think we are ready to go.
Hey, Coach. 601 feel just as good as 600?
It does. I mean, it was just a hard-fought, well-played game. Amazing performance out of our pitching staff today. Bryce Miller was as good as he could possibly be. 4-pitch mix, any pitch, any count, and never gave them an opportunity. And Chandler Joswak came in and got the last 6 out for us in a big way. And offensively, we had some shots early, didn't cash in, and then it was game on. And luckily for us, we were able to score late and get a little breathing room going out for the 8th inning.
Yeah, Bryce has showed he had great stuff in the first 2 games, but this is dominating. What was working? What was the little bit of a change between the first 2 starts and today that you saw?
Well, we had a really good bullpen on Wednesday and got his front side closed, got his arm up, and established the curveball. He did not throw a slider until the 3rd inning, and he established that pitch and staying on line and being directional rather than rotational. Allowed the curveball to be in play, which really had it been, we'd have to go fastball slider mix. And then also allowed the changeup to come into play with all the left-handed hitters that they had. And so that coupled with his fastball command was an impressive performance by him today.
Yeah, kind of continuing on that, how much, I know moving from the bullpen to a starter, how much is continuing to develop those secondary pitches still a little bit of a work in progress for a guy like him as you continue to move through the season, and how much can he build upon that?
Well, the last couple of weeks, my message has kind of been, that's what we saw out of him all fall and all of January was what we saw today. And I know you guys hadn't seen that, but it's not easy to make that transformation from bullpen to starter. When you're a bullpen guy, you're going in with your 2 best pitches and you're going at it. And Bryce has worked really hard all summer and all fall and all January to earn where he's at. And his performance today is what we've seen overall this year before the season started. So I'm happy for him that he went out and did what he expects out of himself.
And along the same lines with a guy like Will Frizzell, he's a guy who's been able to come up with a clutch hit through many parts of his career. But today, 5 for 5, he has a shot at maybe leading the country in hits, depending on how other guys did. What have you seen to provide that kind of exponential rise this season for his career?
Well, Will's a hitter first and foremost, and he's a power guy second, and he commands the strike zone extremely well. He knows what his strengths are as a hitter, and he's able to take the pitches that aren't his strength, albeit strikes, and get himself in a position where he can attack his strengths. And that's the thing that I've seen over his development during his time here is just his maturity as a hitter. And not only does he have power, but he's got great command of the strike zone.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Is that it?
Coach, you got Trevor Warner in the ball game today after a couple of days off. Had a couple hits, I believe. How crucial was it to get him back in the swing of things and to finally see his bat get going?
Well, it's good. I mean, Trevor is such a guy that works incredibly hard for us, so engaged with our team, and to get him back out there for him to have a good day certainly feels good for him, and the team is happy for him, and obviously the coaching staff is as well. I mean, we were happy to get him out there.
In the middle of the ball game, forget what inning it was, really long delay. What was going on at that point? What was the discussion with the umpires and the review that it led to?
For me, my understanding of the rule is you get 1 free visit per inning. Other than that, each inning, if you're in the middle of an inning, each time you go to the mound, you have to make a move. And they went and checked the rule, and I was wrong.
Thank you for clarifying what was going on. Definitely an odd situation, I'm sure.
3 visits in 1 inning, that's not the way I understand the rule.
Chandler Joswak was fantastic. You mentioned Frizzell's development over his time here. What about Joswiak's development of his time in the program has allowed him to really step into his own this year?
Well, I mean, Jaws is this spring. I mean, when he is the aggressor and he is on attack and he is in compete mode, he is dominating. And Chandler's such a great teammate. He's a great leader. He's going to be a great coach one day when he's done playing professionally, and he just knows the game, and he impacts our program in a lot of different ways. And certainly he's been fantastic on the mound for us.
through 2 games in this series. You've given up 1 run and used 4 pitchers. Seems like you've got everybody available tomorrow. How great does that feel as a coach to know that you can go to anybody and look for the sweep tomorrow?
Well, it feels good. I mean, to be able to not have to go to a bridge yesterday, signs getting us into the 8th was huge, that we were able to get by without using Jaws or Mo. And so we'll have Mo available tomorrow off of Childress and a well-rested bullpen, certainly. And Mo, by Mo, I mean Mason Ornelas.
Mo, I haven't heard that nickname before. How do you come about that one, or is that just his initials?
That's his initials, Mason Ornelas.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Anything else? Thanks again.